Once upon a time, there were two donkeys with twitching bird-wing ears that looked like fluttering pigeons settling down on the roof of their loft in a way that would make any hungry pussycat sit up and get its claws ready to pounce. We've put the cat among the pigeons this week by getting racing pigeons, resting cats and rollicking donkeys all mixed up in one animal jumble dedicated to our pets. That's Major Osman, a famous pigeon fancier. The trouble is with pigeons, just as with Sputniks, for instance, they fly right over other people's frontiers and sometimes get a bird's eye view of a very private dinner tray, like this tray, of assorted delicacies. Believe it or not, there's turkey and chicken and sweet steamed fish on this menu at a cat's holiday camp at Ongar in Essex, where Tom and Tabby have their own private chalets and the diet that you prescribe for them while you're away. Ping Pong eats meat, but he won't touch milk at any price, just a drop of water. That's what he likes, and in his inscrutable solitude, he'll be as happy as the King of Siam. Milk is a must for Felicity. And watch her, she's out on the tiles if given half a chance. What a strange secret world it is that cats inhabit. They think they're the cat's whiskers, sitting there and nothing ruffles them, until those pigeons fly past. But cats can never catch pigeons. Pigeons make an ass of them every time. Now what have I said? We're down on a donkey ranch at Worplesdon, Surrey, where they are reared and trained as pets. Mrs. Roberts, who runs it, is an animal lover who became an RSPCA inspector, so none of her donkeys will ever go to an unhappy home or an uncongenial job. At round-up time, you won't find any of them kick up much of a fuss. There's always one member of the awkward squad, but why call them asses? They're intelligent animals, donkeys, with a strong herding sense, unlike those solitary cats. And they don't twitch a muscle when those racing pigeons fly overhead. But the racing pigeons here have given the stable girls an idea. Get them ready for a donkey race. You don't get your nose stuck in a feed pail before a big race, though, do you? Yes, of course you do if you're a donkey. You do exactly as you like until it's time to be groomed up. Racing pigeons don't need all this preparation, and those holiday cats would clean themselves and then go to sleep instead of racing. But we're getting one jump ahead. Anyone can ride a donkey if they're under 9 stone in weight, and what's more, you can go on riding them for nearly 40 years. It's not unusual for a donkey to live till he's 45, though he won't go go-karting like this when he reaches that ripe old age. Oh no, not a dog. We've got enough animals with our pigeons, our cats and our donkeys which can really move. You just can't keep up with those go-kart donkeys. But the racing pigeons can. They aren't impressed. The pigeons have one thing in common with the donkeys, a homing instinct. And perhaps they're trying to get a treetop view of what goes on in the real race of the day when the young riders are up and settled in the saddle and spurring their trusty steeds ready for the big lineup. Nice going. Very nice going. Why is it they don't use donkeys instead of horses on proper racetracks? Yes, why don't they have donkey races? Oh, I see. Eating the jumps? That's cheating. But what does this mean? That half of these donkeys aren't asses enough to race away for no reason like lunatics. In fact, like those stupid racing pigeons. But how do you time a donkey race that ends as a tug of war? How do you decide when it's over and done? Come to think of it, how do you time those racing pigeons? You can watch them homing, but how do you convince the judges when precisely they arrived home? You need a very special clock for this particular operation. This is the baffling thing we're left with, timing the racing pigeons. And it's as easy, really, as it is for a factory worker to clock himself out. The pigeon's ring goes in the gadget that enables you to record, on the clock's time graph, the time you could show you'd got it back. Like this. That's it, all sealed and settled. The pigeon race is over, and the whole thing's docketed and clocked. Now it's bedtime for the racing pigeons, and bedtime for those cats at their holiday camp. Bedtime. Bedtime for the donkeys, too, who started off this animal jumble of a fairy tale. The holiday cats can have a sleep when they want one. Those pigeons go to roost at the end of their flight. The tired donkey, like most of us humans, has to be told when it's time to say good night.